Hey guys, playoffs over. Carolina the winners. Jordan Staal the Conn Smythe. I called it. 'Twas foretold. Demerstradamus. But I want to talk a little bit of defensive structure, defensive players. We love to talk about the D over here at the Bite. Specifically, we're going to break down some tape of none other than Jacoby, praise Jesus, Slavin. And we're just going to show you something that, listen, it's not sexy. Everybody wants to be Cale Makar. Everybody wants to be Quinn Hughes. But Jaccob Slavin, the way he plays is not for the faint of heart. Anybody you talk to in the league, any top player says he's one of the hardest guys to play against. And he's not even physical. He doesn't even hit that much. It's all stick work and stick angles and body position. And he's a big body too. He could be very physical, but the way he plays is just absolutely incredible. So let's get to the tape here, everybody. And what we're looking at here this is game 5. Here he is backing up. He recognizes it's a 2-on-1. He recognizes that Jalen Chatfield is coming back to support him. So what is he going to do? You want to get yourself to the middle. So your first crossover, you got to load into that middle. And the way I used to play when you see these two guys coming down is I like to load into the middle. One crossover into the middle and let your stick, as you're kind of leaning back, timing the space between you and puck carrier and then striking with your stick. So you're not really lunging, you're keeping your speed going backwards, but you're using your stick to kind of strike and you're just waiting. And this is a lot of timing, and this is something practice makes perfect. I think you should really be, as a player, defenseman, practicing your poke checks, practicing how to finish. This is an easy poke check on Jack Eichel here. And then now they're breaking pucks out again. And he did this all series long. We're going to see it again in this game 5. Now this is in the neutral zone, defending the blue line, defending that space on the blue line. What does he do? He recognizes Riley Smith has his puck. Here's a little beautiful highlight of him. He's going to close. He gets right under that hip. He always has a hand kind of on the shoulder, kind of mid-bicep, and then he's feeling in space. He's going to defend that blue line. Use that blue line as a defender. Use it as a extra layer of defense when you're deciding on how you attack. And then look at his extension, hand on body, just very, very calm, no wasted movements. It looks like he's lunging, but again, he's so pinpoint accurate with that poke check. And we see it here just on Riley Smith. He doesn't even allow Vegas to get going. And you see that hand here, boom, easy finish, close out. And this just frustrates forwards. It frustrates a hell out of forwards because they just can't get anything going. And then you're having to forecheck instead of being on offense. Now, again, we're going to see through the neutral zone again, through the middle. He recognizes Mark Stone has the puck. He can stay forward here. Like a lot of D, they talk about surfing forward. He's a little bit more unique where he goes backing up. He likes to kind of take a big crossover angle through the middle as he's poke checking. So it's almost like a fadeaway. And we're going to see here, he kind of sees Mark Stone, heads looking back, doesn't have his head on a swivel, doesn't see Slavin coming, slows down the skating a little bit, but he's always through the middle. His body, his hip is kind of positioned in the middle of the ice. He's not overly compensating, getting over too far onto Mark Stone. He's taking a crossover back into space, and it's almost this fadeaway poke check. And we see here, he's able to do all this, and I think he's able to be conscious of it because of the way they play, in part because they always have a guy coming back. That's the third guy coming back, and they have this wedge set up. And when you have a wedge set up, you're always more comfortable, I felt, as a defenseman, being aggressive on your poke check, maybe lunging, getting slightly out of position. But you see that lunge he reaches. He's so good with it. He's so accurate with it. Now, once again, they have the puck back and they're breaking out. So it's just those little nuanced things. It doesn't seem like much. But here's another one. I love the communication with Jordan Staal. He looks directly back. Jordan Staal puts his peepers on Jaccob Slavin. And then listen, the power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you to be great at defense. And that's what Jaccob Slavin does. Only 1-on-4 here right now as well. But I like how he defends. He defends back to the post. It's not coming outside of the dot. He's recognizing match speed first. Stick towards the middle. You want to deny that cut into the middle, even though he has 4 guys back and Eichel's on an island. You want to kind of force him into the area, into that kill zone, I like to call. You want to dictate where the forward goes. So you're saying, okay, take that ice because I'm going to meet you at the post. You eventually have to come into the middle. and I'm going to close you quickly. So he makes a quick turn, 3 hard strides to the post. Now Jack's got to decide, does he pull up or does he take it to the net? If he takes it to the net, Jacoby's got it right here. His stick is just in a perfect position. And once again, you see Carolina Hurricanes owning the middle of the ice like they did all playoffs long. Just an easy, I don't love that pass. But anyway, he's not the most skilled offensive guy, but can provide offense. Again, neutral zone. Once again, Vegas shooting themselves in the foot, down 2. They're just going to constantly try to go 1-on-5. You see the good pressure by Jordan Martinook off the bench. You have both Vegas players, their toes going the other way, going towards their net. So as if you're Slavin, then you can kind of hold your ice a little bit. You got to make sure you match speed because you have a 1-on-1 where you don't have a great gap. Like your gap isn't great. And this is where we see him here. So as you see Theodore take this through the middle, you see Marty get a little bit of a shot on him. But I love how, once again, Slavin doesn't really get outside that post, wants to keep him in a space, and his pinpoint stick, it's like a serpent's tongue, just a serpent's tongue, and he just whips it out there, hides his length. I like to talk to young D about hiding your length. Let the guy come into your space, into your stick length, into that range. You should know your ranges of your stick length on a poke check. You should know how far you have always and be able to judge that distance. And he's able to just quickly just throw it out there, just like a whip, and then he pulls it back. Now again, once again, he has pressure, uses the net as a screen, comes out, easy breakout, change. Just hockey's easy, man. It's easy. The power of Christ compels you. Jaccob Slavin. It's the best. Now, my favorite one. I know you're 1-on-5. We're going to watch this as we slow it down. You look at that little stick tap influencing a forward to go into the space where you want him to be, where you can close quickly. Watch it as they roll it back. We're going to go slow again. Watch his stick go to the outside of Jack Eichel. Force him to go to the board side, to go behind the net instead of pulling up. As I pull it back a few times, just record scratch. But I love that his toes are pointed towards the boards. He's kind of in an athletic base, so he could get back up if Jack pulls up. He's got support by Jalen Chatfield. But as I zoom in here, that stick tap, when he goes to the other side, as a forward, you kind of look back quickly. You're trying to get cues of where you want to go. So a lot of the time, the really good defenders will influence with their stick. So they'll maybe tap on the opposite side of the forward to make him pivot, turn, go to the space where you want him to go. And you want him to go into this dead zone where you then can close. Because this dead zone in the corner, that's where you close. But I just love how he does that. It's such a nuanced thing, but using your stick to influence where that forward's going to go. Now, once again, we're talking about influencing where you want a forward to go. This is what he does so well. He's now kind of takes a shot, and when I talk about when he takes a shot, always backing up towards the middle, he throws that stick out. If he misses, that forward has the outside lane and might think he has speed, but Jacob's able to recover because he's loading that leg in the middle. So he's got a good push. He never gets beat wide. Now his stick, once again, we saw earlier at the Jack Eichel, sticks back in the middle, forcing the Vegas Golden Knights Barbashev to go down the wall. He wants you to go down, but if you pull up, he's in a great position because he's now puts you in the spot. It's easy for your body when your stick's hanging out in the middle to stop, turn, pivot, good stick on puck, and then look at him using that big ass, that big tushy to give his forward some space. So, man, it's a defensive masterclass by him, and I really just think there's not a better guy in the league at doing those things. And now blocks as well. He sees Mitch Marner. You don't want to vacate early. This is him down here in net front. You don't want to vacate early and invite that shot to the middle. You know that Dorofeyev is the dangerous guy. So what you want to do is you're forcing that pass. You want to invite that pass to Dorofeyev. Make sure you're timing it and you're on your way. 3 hard strides to negate him from taking that shot. He just waits just long enough till he sees that Mitch Marner has committed to the pass, and then he's off to the races. 3 hard strides, break down, and what I love here is he gets into the weak side lane. You don't want to get into the strong side lane and invite a weak side pass. You want Jalen Chatfield to take care of the high tip. He's also working in his relationship is taking care of two guys. It's like a mini 2-on-1, but as that strong side D-man, Slavin, you have to take that away. You have to help out your D-man. You want to force everything strong side. He does just that. Great job by him, just making Dorofeev uncomfortable. Now we have here, all bets are off when you trip. He trips, but the recovery, the absolute recovery, and the recovery with angles. So he goes back, he tries to cheat this rim puck. Marner's able to knock it down. Now Marner sees he's got some space. You see both the Vegas Golden Knights forwards, they're locked up. So it's kind of a one-on-one. Marner's getting to that middle, and you have to beat him to the middle now. You can't chase ass. If you chase ass, you might as well touch grass. He's not going to take a bad angle. He's going direct. You got to cut that angle off, and then, oh my goodness, kick save and a beauty. Just great work by him recovering, but also using angles to recover quicker and not chasing. Just going to the ice where Marner wants to exploit and being there, and it leads to this offense by Seth Jarvis. So that is some Jacoby Slavin. The power of Christ compels you, Jacob. One of the best in the league, best sticks. I still think it wasn't his best finals, but when he needed to be there, not his best finals, but his best playoffs. But when he needed to be there in Game 6 to close out, and they were up and they have a lead, there's not a better defenseman when your team is in the lead at shutting down the opposing team's top lines. It was a masterclass by him, and he's a Cup champion now. So praise Jesus. Jaccob Slavin, thank you. That's the bite. Peace.